that using or threatening to use such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or another, or to prevent the imminent commission of a forcible felony. So in other words, he has to be able to say, I felt that if this guy pushed me, the next thing he was going to do was kill me. I feared for my life. He was going to kill me or beat me to a pulp and cause great bodily harm, blind me permanently or cripple me. And I believe that because he pushed me. The logical question would be, if he wanted to commit great bodily harm to you, just as quickly and easily as he pushed you, he could have knocked your ass out. But he did not do that, and he also did not continue the assault. If anything, he backed away from you. So you are not qualified under Stand Your Ground Law, Chapter 776, subsection 2. You absolutely are not. That is not a Stand Your Ground defense. It absolutely is not under the law. But under subsection 1 of the Stand Your Ground Law, Drejka, on the other hand, was creating a situation where McGlockton reasonably felt that his girlfriend was in danger. It says, the law says, if he reasonably believes that such conduct, which is using threat, force other than deadly force, is necessary to prevent imminent use of unlawful force. In other words, all McGlockton needed to say, if he was alive, if he hadn't been murdered, was that I felt that at any moment, that's what imminent means, at any second, he was going to headbutt or punch or kick her or do anything else, or possibly pull out a gun and shoot her. You cannot say that Drejka's perceptions are relevant, but McGlockton's perceptions are not. You see. As a matter of fact, under the Florida Stand Your Ground Law, which allows you to intervene if you feel that someone else is in danger, any bystander, the moment Drejka pulled his gun, clearly without adequate or legal provocation, any bystander would have been legally qualified under the Stand Your Ground Law to stand their ground on behalf of McGlockton, the victim, and shoot and kill Drejka, the killer. Because they felt that he was creating a situation where the bystander felt, let's read it, they'd be justified in using or threatening to use deadly force against Drejka if they reasonably believe that using such force is necessary to prevent the imminent death that did occur, of McGlockton. See, the law allows you to intervene, which is exactly what McGlockton did. People act as though he just assaulted the guy without provocation. You want to talk about provocation? The law covers provocation. It covers assault. It covers all of this. And Drejka was the provocateur. He was the assailant. People that don't know anything about the law and they're clueless, they think that because that Drejka had not committed any crimes, he committed a number of crimes. I don't care what this racist police sheriff says. He is categorically wrong according to the law, and I'll show you that. See, the law allowed McGlockton to come to the defense of his girlfriend. It did not allow him to use deadly force, and it did not allow him to use, and he did not use deadly force. It allowed him to use the force that was required to prevent what he thought was imminent, which was the use of unlawful force. And that would be if he even thought or perceived that Drejka was about to slap her or punch her or kick her or headbutt her or do anything else, because he was close enough to do it. The law does not allow McGlockton, the black guy, to have used deadly force under that circumstance, and he did not, so it's a non-issue. The law does also not allow Drejka, the white guy, to use deadly force under these circumstances, and he did, which is the issue, which means he committed a felony crime, even under Florida law, and that is a fact. And another thing people are missing is that what Drejka was doing was engaging in criminal activity, and I'm going to show you that. Let's read what it says at the bottom. Florida Stand Your Ground Law. A person who uses or threatens to use deadly force and Drejka used deadly force, in accordance with this subsection, does not have a duty to retreat and does not have the right to stand his or her ground if the person using or threatening to use the deadly force is not engaged in criminal activity and is in a place where he or she has a right to be. So Drejka, the shooter, had the right to, does not have a duty to retreat, and he did have a right to stand his ground and to use force in accordance with that subsection if and only if the person using or threatening to use the deadly force, which is Drejka, was not engaged in criminal activity, which he was under the law. And I will show you that as well.